In this video, I'm going to tell you how to improve your sales funnel and know whether or not your web development team is lying to you. Stay tuned. Google Analytics is a must-use tool when building and maintaining websites. It's one of the most robust tools out there, and it's free. In just a few simple steps that they give you, you can begin collecting personalized, custom data on exactly what's happening with your website. I've literally used it on every website I've ever built or used for a client. With Google Analytics, you can know which of your products or blog articles are getting all your customers' attention, which ones aren't getting their attention, which ones aren't being well received, and which ones maybe aren't on anyone's radar at all. If you want to do more of what's working, you need Google Analytics because it'll tell you exactly where people are spending the most time on your website. Google Analytics also will visualize for you the consumer journey or your sales funnel. Are your sales down? Is your readership down? Is an article or a product not getting quite the attention that you wanted it to get? Well, just hop into Google Analytics and look at the user flow and look at your funnel and see where people are leaving this funnel so that you can understand maybe how to patch that hole and keep people on your site for longer. You've worked really hard on your SEO to get your traffic up. So don't drop the ball at the last second. Install Google Analytics so you can make sure you have optimized for every possible thing. Sold on Google Analytics but not quite sure if you want to spend the time learning how to do it yourself? Do you need an updated website? Please reach out to us and we'd be interested to help you out. We only work with businesses that are already selling things, that already have a little bit of success. We can't fix a broken business for you, but we can certainly help you with your existing business. If you are interested, please send me a text message or you can call me at 505-375-0128, or you can send me an email at 360motionmedia@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Now, maybe you're more interested in a set it and forget it kind of thing with your analytics. For that, I always suggest to set up Google Analytics goals. Goals are basically a custom conversion that you can set up on your website so that you get a little ticker to just show you how many times exactly what you wanted to happen on your website is happening. For example, let's say you were curious on how many people spent 5 or more minutes on your website. You can select or you can create a Google Analytics goal for a duration of 5 minutes, and this will count every time someone spends 5 minutes on your website, so you'll know exactly how much this goal is being reached. And with custom dashboards that Google allows you to use, you can have that number featured prominently, so it's the first number that you see when you log in. For those who enjoy an example, I have one for you. Let's say you have 3 places on your website where you have an action that you want your customer to take. In the business, we call this a call to action, or really a CTA. So now let's take these 3 CTAs. Let's say you place one about a quarter down the page. Let's say you place the other one about halfway down the website, and let's say you place the last one at the bottom of the website. Now what we can do is see how far people are actually getting down our page. Obviously, if it's a call to action, we will know how many people have taken that call to action. And a lot of people will use this as a barometer to see how successful their website is becoming. However, this isn't the most accurate or sophisticated way we can report on how effective those CTAs are being. So for example, let's go back to the goals, and we can set up 3 goals now. We can set up a goal that will count when people get 25% down your website. We can set up a goal that will count when people get 50% down your website, and we can set up a goal when people get 75% scroll distance down your website. What this will allow us to do is see where people are actually clicking on that CTA on the customer journey. And so let's say 5 people click on the first CTA, 3 people click on the second CTA, and no people are clicking on the last call to action. Well, your average business owner or your average web development person is going to look at this and say, well, that CTA just isn't effective for whatever reason. Maybe we need to change it. However, once we set up these Google Analytics goals, now we can look at the goals and see that, oh, actually that Google Analytics goal, 75% down the way of the website, is never triggering. So no wonder no one's clicking that third CTA. People aren't staying engaged enough on our website to scroll all the way down to the bottom and get to that CTA. So now we know the problem isn't with the CTA, or at least it might not be. No one's seeing it, and so we know the problem is with the content or the flow of the website. And how do we get people to scroll further down that website so that they can actually see the third CTA and click it? We can't actually analyze how well that CTA is doing because people aren't even seeing it. And so now with Google Analytics goals, we've gotten a little bit more data out of the people on your website and exactly what they're doing, and that's what's really important and really cool about Google Analytics. Because Google Analytics is free and actually fairly easy to use, it's a no-brainer and you should absolutely have it on your website. That being said, it is not the only tool that you should use. It's not the end-all be-all. There are a lot of other tools out there, some we're going to talk about next, that you need in order to continue to build that master digital marketing toolkit. I've been using this tool in all my projects lately. It's free, quick, and easy. Can you tell my bias for free, quick, and easy? The main thing I use this tool for is to perform an SEO site audit. Please see my video on a more in-depth discussion of exactly what an SEO site audit is and does. Are you sick of salespeople trying to constantly tell you what's wrong with your website, the website that you probably spent thousands of dollars for? Are you unsure whether or not they're telling you the truth, or is something actually wrong with your website? Well, now you have some ammo to fight back. All you need is to go to neilpatel.com/SEO Analyzer, put in your URL, and see if they're telling the truth. Using a tool like this can go a long way in educating yourself on whether these people are coming with good advice or bad advice. All you need is the copy and paste function to copy your URL and paste it into the SEO Analyzer's URL input field. That's it. You don't need to put any code on your website to do this. You're not restricted on the amount of times that you can use this tool, so you could sit there all day analyzing your favorite websites and really get an understanding of what your web people or your IT people are looking at when they give you information about your website. Another thing they always seem to try to say is that they can rank you #1 on Google for your favorite keyword. I'm sure you've heard this and been skeptical, or maybe even roll your eyes, as you should. Because the fact is, some keywords are really hard to rank for, and some keywords aren't that hard to rank for. And usually it's the desirable ones that are very hard to rank for. So to help you be more prepared, there is a tool on this SEO Analyzer that will tell you actually how difficult a certain keyword is to rank for. It gives it a score between 0 and 100. The higher the score, the more difficult it is to rank for that keyword. And so if someone comes to you and says, hey, we can rank you for your top 3 keywords, and you hand them 3 keywords that are very difficult to rank for, the likelihood that they're going to be able to make good on that promise is very low. Now, before I give you my last favorite thing about this tool, if you would like someone to run a site audit for you and give you their expert opinion on what the results mean, or you can call me at 505-375-0128. I'd love to hear from you. Finally, are you wondering if your web and IT people are really telling you what you want to hear, or if they're telling you the truth? What is your website's most visited page? Well, Neil Patel has the top pages feature that will tell you exactly which one of your web pages is the top page. And it will rank them. It doesn't just give you one, it actually gives you a couple, so even better. So if you hire some third-party company or some dude just do your website and he says, yeah, man, everyone's looking at your most expensive, highest profit product there is, don't worry, sales coming soon, go put your URL into this tool and see if they're telling you the truth. So I hope you enjoyed this video on my breakdown of Google Analytics versus Neil Patel's SEO Analyzer.